Well, what's up, Wayfinders? We have got breakfast at Topolino's today. And then honestly, today is just going to kind of be one of those random days. I don't really know what's on the agenda. We could end up going to some parks, could end up going to some resorts, but either way, it's going to be a really fun day. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we are here at the Riviera getting ready to check in at Topolino's Terrace. Apparently there's a helicopter flying over right now. That's awesome. And we are about to have character breakfast. Now, I have had dinner at Topolino's Terrace before, which is really good, but it's a completely different vibe because there's no characters and you're just going up there to sit for pretty much just a fancy meal. So I am excited to see this because this is regarded as one of the best character breakfast on property, and so I'm excited to see what it's like. And of course we have Savannah and her family here, so Savannah's going to talk about kind of what she's hoping for from Topolino's Terrace today.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun with all the characters. I'm excited to see kind of like the outfits and stuff because I've heard that they're unique, and I think it's like a more demure version of the other characters that you normally get. So I'm excited to see Haddon interact with them. And I looked at the menu and it looks really good. I think Caleb's going to try that steak and egg thing.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at a few things and excited to try some of the drinks and stuff. But yeah, I'm really excited. And the only character breakfast I've really been to is at Tusker House in Animal Kingdom. So this could be very different than that, and yeah, I'm excited to see what it holds.
So we're gonna have a lot of fun, and we'll of course show you as much as we can while we're up there eating, but then until then, just stay tight and we'll be right back to share our final thoughts on Topolino's. All right, so we just wrapped up at Topolino's Terrace for breakfast. I have to say, that was incredible. The characters there are incredible. They do a great job. The atmosphere is very fun, open, bright, great views, obviously from the top of the Riviera Resort. I mean, just all around, very good. I got the steak and eggs, which was very, very good. And I mean, look, for $52 a person, and that's actually a pretty good value for a character meal like that. I think everybody at the table was really satisfied with their food. That you start off with pastries for the table, and those are fresh and very, very good as well. So we had a lovely time there. So now we're gonna figure out what our next move is. Maybe going to a park, going to a resort, I don't know. But we are gonna hang out and have some fun, so join along with us. All right, so we're here at Hollywood Studios now with really only two big things on the agenda, at least, which is the two new shows, Villains Unfairly Ever After and the new Little Mermaid show, which was a redo of what they've done before. So we're gonna go watch them both, and then after each one, I'll tell you what I think of each show that we see. All right, so we just got done with Villains Unfairly Ever After, and honestly, I really liked that show. They did a great job of both using screens and live actors throughout it, and it's a little bit different than what I thought it was going to be, just because I didn't know how many villains they were going to feature. It really focused on 3, Captain Hook, Maleficent, and Cruella de Vil. But honestly, I really liked the structure of it. I thought it was just a ton of fun. I didn't expect them to sing as much as they did. I didn't really have many expectations going in for it. But if you're at Hollywood Studios, I definitely think that is a show that you need to catch at some point, because it truly is just a ton of fun. So we're about to move on now to Little Mermaid, though. And this should be kind of the same show that we saw before it shut down, just with some updated graphics. So I'm excited to see it and check it out. And I'll let you guys know what I think when we get done. All right, so we have also now successfully watched the Little Mermaid show. Now, of course, again, this was a show that was around before. They've just redone it a little bit, adding some more stuff with screens and some updated technology. And honestly, I liked it a lot better. It felt very outdated by the time it closed, using a lot of laser lights and smoke and all those good things. And so this was a much better production. Now, was it so spectacular that I thought I want to come back and watch it every single time I'm here? Probably not, no. But if I need to get out of the heat and I need to see something that's, not going to bore me to death, I would go back and watch it a couple more times, So all in all, pretty good new additions to this park, adding those shows into the mix. And again, it just helps to spread out the crowd here a lot, which we know Hollywood is a very, very popular park nowadays with all of the big rides that they have. So we're gonna march along now, keep riding some rides, getting some snacks, and then we're gonna head on over to Magic Kingdom here in a little bit. All right, friends, so we are at Magic Kingdom now. Not too much on the agenda for tonight, but we are watching a lot of shows right now. We're going to probably ride a lot of rides. We're really just here so some of our group can watch Happily Ever After. But I did get my first Dole Whip of the trip, which is always a good thing. So as we go throughout the night, I'll continue to keep you updated. But follow along, and I'll check back in soon. Hey, so it is the next day now, and just wanted to wrap up real quickly this one by just talking about, kind of why last night we went back to Magic Kingdom, watched the fireworks again, and just kind of fought a massive crowd of humanity. So during, especially this time of the year, when you're having a lot of Halloween parties in September, October, then about, just a couple weeks into November, you're going to have the Christmas party starting up, going through December. There's going to be very few nights where Magic Kingdom, stays open till 10, 11 o'clock, whatever it may be. And there's very few nights where you're going to be able to catch, during this time of the year, the Starlight Parade and Happily Ever After, the regular fireworks show. And so that's why we went back to Magic Kingdom last night, and despite all the people that were there, tried to make that happen. But that is the thing. When you go to Magic Kingdom on a non-party night during your week, it is going to be a mass of humanity. You have to be expectant of that. There's going to be a ton of people there because they want to see the fireworks. They want to see the brand new nighttime parade. Like, even the late parade still had a huge crowd there because people want to see it, because they're not getting to during the rest of their week. I mean, for instance, I think last night was the last night this week that we're here that Magic Kingdom is going to be open late at all. So that means there have only been 2 days this week where that's been the case. So just goes to tell you, like, this is a busy time of the year for non-party days at Magic Kingdom. So if you ever come in the fall and early, winter, like I said, November, December, things like that, just be expecting that if you're not going to Magic Kingdom during a party day, that you may have a little bit of a more hectic day on your hands crowd-wise. But overall, we still had a lot of fun. And we had a great day overall. We got a lot of rides in. We did get to see Happily Ever After, which was one of the few things on our list. And so honestly, there were no complaints to be had. But it's just something that you need to keep in mind as you're planning out your trips. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for following along. If you aren't already, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow us wherever you get your podcasts from. But I hope you guys have a magical rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again real soon.